Hey, it's Colin Lee here, the founder of Hey Guru, HeyGuru.io, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about why getting rejected when you're trying to do outreach or when you're trying to market and sell your coaching services is actually a good thing, okay? So most people believe that getting rejected, getting people telling them to F off, etc., is a bad thing. And that's what we've been conditioned to believe in society. Right? And this is why so many people struggle when it comes to doing sales, is because every time they get rejected or every time someone tells them to F off, it causes them to feel deflated. It causes them to lose confidence, to lose self-esteem, and they lose motivation, which means they give up. And, by giving up, they don't end up getting the success that they want in life, okay? And so there is this mindset in society that rejection, hate, negative feedback as being a bad thing, okay? But what I would submit to you is that these things are actually good, okay? And there's numerous reasons why they are good, okay? The first reason is because in order to find people out there who are interested in buying your coaching services, you first and foremost need to go through the ones who are not interested, okay? And I learned this by reading a book on sales by a guy called Brian Tracy. And in that book, he was talking about door-to-door sales. But if you're doing cold outreach for your coaching business, for example, if you're sending cold emails or if you are sending cold DMs and that kind of thing, you can almost think about doing cold emails, cold DMs as basically the same thing as door to door, except you're doing it online as opposed to physically going to people's houses and knocking on their door, right? But just bear with me for the next couple of minutes and just imagine for a second that you're doing door to door sales, right? So I'm in my family's home right now that I grew up in, and it's situated in this housing estate where there's probably about 100 houses, okay? So there's these, imagine you have to knock on all of these doors in order to sell your gardening services, okay? Well, do you really know which houses are going to be interested and which ones are not? Probably not, right? So what Brian Tracy said in that book was, in order to find out which houses are going to be interested in buying your coaching services, you need to knock on all of the doors, and out of knocking on 100 of those doors, 97 of them are going to say no. Okay, if they're polite, they're going to tell you politely no. If they're in a bad mood, maybe they're going to tell you to F off very rudely, etc. But the point is that 97 of them are going to say no in some form or another, and then 3 of them are going to be interested and they're going to become your clients. Okay, so now obviously this 97 to 3 ratio doesn't apply to all situations. It depends on, the prospects that you're talking to, the offer that you have to, the thing that you're trying to sell, etc., right? But let's just use 97-3 as an example here, okay? In order to find out who the 3 houses that are going to be interested in buying your gardening services are, you need to go through the 97 others who are going to tell you no, right? That is an intrinsic part of sales. You will never, ever have a situation where 100% of people are going to tell you yes. That does not exist, okay? The way you want to think about it, and this is how I was thinking about it when I was driving home from the gym today, was, when you go to the gym, in order to build muscle, you have to experience muscle pain. Your muscles are going to be sore, okay? Whether that's the days after the gym or whether it's in the gym itself. You have to go through suffering and pain in order to grow your muscles. If you don't experience any muscle pain, it means that your muscles are not breaking down enough. And if they're not breaking down enough, they're not gonna be repaired enough to grow in any meaningful way. And so you need to apply that same sort of mindset when it comes to doing sales. In order to get the gains that you want, in order to get the clients that you want, you need to accept that rejection, rudeness, rude responses, etc., pain, That is an intrinsic part of sales, and you have to go through it in order to get the positive responses and the clients who are going to pay you money and who are going to be interested in what you have to offer. Okay, that is part and parcel of sales. You're never going to be able to get 100% of people to say yes to you and be happy that you're messaging them. It does not exist. Okay, the only way that you're gonna have zero negative feedback, no rejections, nothing, is if you just never reach out to anyone at all. But if you don't reach out to anyone at all, you're also not gonna get the clients either, right? So yeah, you can try to avoid rejection, etc., by not doing any outreach. But if you don't do any outreach, you're not gonna get any clients. Okay. But if you want to get clients, then you have to accept and embrace the fact that you're going to get a no. And in fact, one thing that Brian Tracy said in that book is that you actually want to go out there and proactively seek out the no's, right? Now, this doesn't mean you want to intentionally F up your sales pitch to try to get people to say no. That's not what you're trying to say. What you're trying to say is that, don't be afraid of the no's and be happy whenever you get a no, because taking the 97-3 ratio that we were just talking about there, okay, every time you get a no, the number of people that are who are not, basically the number of people that you don't know who are not interested is going to decrease by 1, right? So it goes from 97 to 96 to 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, etc. And as that number goes down, then the probability that the next person you're going to talk to as being a yes increases. Okay, that's just simple math, right? As every single no that you get, which means that you understand that this person is not interested, then it increases the probability that the next person you talk to is going to be a yes. Okay, and another reason why getting rejected and getting no's is a good thing is because like I said, right? If you're not doing any outreach, okay, if you're not doing any cold outreach, you're not going to get any rejections at all, right? That's just a simple fact. You're not going to get any rejections. You're not going to have any people being rude to you, etc. And so by getting rejected and getting hate and whatnot, it actually shows that you're doing enough. Okay, it actually shows that you're doing enough outreach, and that the effort that you're putting in is enough to eventually get the clients that you want. Okay, if you were not getting rejected at all, and you had no negative feedback at all from anyone, it means you're not doing enough. Okay. It means you're not marketing and selling your services aggressively enough. And if you're not doing that, then you're not getting enough clients and you're not going to succeed. So understand that if you're getting rejected, it means you're doing enough. Okay? And that's a good thing. Now, the next thing I really want you guys to do is to reframe your mindset. Okay? So obviously society believes rejection, hate, etc. is bad, but the reality is that society, most of what society believes is probably not stuff that we want to believe if we want to be successful in life, right? In most cases, you probably want to take what society believes and do the opposite of what it believes, okay? So, society is going to condition you into believing that rejection is bad, hate is bad, negative feedback is bad, right? But I actually want you to reframe that mindset, okay? I want you to begin to believe that not getting rejected is bad and not getting hate is bad. Why is this? Because like I said, if you are getting rejected and you are getting hate, it means you're doing enough, okay? But if you're not getting rejected at all, it means you're not doing enough marketing, you're not doing enough sales. So what we want to be afraid of is not doing enough marketing and sales. That's the thing that we got to be terrified of, not getting rejected. Getting rejected is something that we should be very, very happy about. And not getting any rejections at all should be something that terrifies us. If we're not getting any negative feedback, any rejection, etc., we need to be absolutely terrified of that, because that means that we're not doing enough marketing and sales, and therefore we're not growing our business. Okay. Whereas if we are consistently getting rejected all the time, it means that we are doing enough, and the math is going to work out where out of 100 people that we reach out to, some of them are going to be clients who are going to be interested in working with us. Okay. And like I said, you don't get the clients are going to work with you without first going through and getting rejected first by people who are not interested. It is a part. Getting rejected is part and parcel of the sales process. It is a necessary part of the process. Okay, just like how experiencing sore muscles is a necessary part of growing your muscles. Okay. Now, another thing I want to, another piece of advice I want to give you guys today is, this idea of whenever you get rejected or whenever you get hate, that should actually pump up your emotional state instead of deflating you and killing your emotional state, right? So obviously most people, when they get rejected, they feel sad, they feel upset, right? They're like, oh, I got rejected, this hurts, right? But instead of feeling like that whenever you get rejected, you should try to proactively force yourself to pump your emotional state whenever that happens. Okay, so instead of, oh, I got rejected today, this hurts so much, you should instead feel like, yes, I got rejected. Fuck yes. Because who the hell would have the balls to do that? Right? You need to remind yourself that what you're doing is difficult, and most people don't have the courage and confidence to do what you have to do. So whenever you get rejected, you need to celebrate it. You need to change your the mental wiring in your brain from associating this rejection with emotional pain and suffering to happiness and joy, and it should actually increase the way you feel. It should increase your mood and increase your emotional state. And in order to do that, we need to almost fake it until we make it at the beginning. Okay, so at the beginning, whenever we get that rejection email, we need to just force ourselves to try to view it in a happy, excited way. And you need to always remind yourself, who the hell would have the guts to do what I just did? Who the hell would have the balls to do, send these cold outreach messages and get rejected all day long by all these people? No one. Nobody does that for fun. How many people do that as a hobby? Nobody does that. But you did that. So pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back. Celebrate the fact that you had the guts to do it while other people didn't. Okay? Now, another thing I really want you guys to take away as well from this video is reducing what's called your criteria for success. Okay? So the problem with society is that most people are overly attached to the outcomes of things, right? They're always thinking like, how many, if they post a YouTube video, they're always thinking, oh, how many views did I get from this YouTube video? Am I getting enough followers on my Instagram, etc., right? They're obsessed with the outcome measures, okay? And the problem with being overly outcome focused, especially if you're someone that is relatively new to growing your brand and growing your coaching business, etc., is that at the beginning, you're probably not going to get very much in terms of results, right? If you're an absolute beginner when it comes to something, you're starting from zero, chances are you're not going to really get any results, right? You're probably not going to get any views on your YouTube videos. You're not going to get any Instagram followers, right? I'm posting this video right now to my YouTube channel, which has basically 0 views, okay? So we're starting at the absolute bottom here. But the point is that you're not going to get any results, probably, or very little, okay? Whereas your expectation is probably, oh, I'm gonna get all these views, I'm gonna get tons of followers right from the get-go. Almost never is that ever the case, right? That's very, very rare. Okay, so instead of obsessing over the outcomes of things, we need to instead attach our criteria for success to simply the fact that we took action. Okay, so when you send, I don't know, 50 cold outreach messages today, and let's say none of them turn into paying clients, don't be deflated and upset about it. Instead, celebrate the fact that you took the action. So like, you should never worry about the outcomes at all. Like, and I'm speaking to you assuming that you're a beginner at this, right? For the first year of doing anything new, don't worry about the outcome at all. Purely focus on the process itself and whether or not you took action. If you took action, good. Celebrate it. Pat yourself in the back and be happy, right? Even if that action didn't lead to a positive outcome, it doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. Because as long as you keep on taking the actions, eventually the positive outcomes will come. Right? Eventually the positive outcomes will come. As long as you consistently send these cold outreach messages every single day, guess what? Even if 99% of them are rejections, 1% of them are gonna respond positively, right? 1%. So let's say over the course of a year, okay, over the course of 1 year, you send 100 cold outreach messages every single day. That is 30. Let me see, 365 multiplied 36,500 messages a year. Okay, out of that 36,500, let's say 1% of those people that you reached out to become paying clients. What is that? That's 365 clients over the course of a year. Okay, so even though 99% of them are not interested, they're gonna say no, they're gonna tell you to F off, there are 365 people who are happy to work with you and happy to be your client. So isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it to go through getting rejected 99% of the time to get the 1% of people who are interested in what you have to do? And that's another thing as well, is you need to stop worrying. Like, whenever you get rejected by someone, or whenever someone is not interested, okay, don't worry about them anymore. Okay, completely like remove them from your mind. And instead, obsess and mentally attach yourself to the people who are interested. Okay? And be grateful that they are interested in what you have to offer. Okay? By focusing on them, you're actually going to be excited to continue on this process, and you're going to get massive success. So hopefully this video has helped, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're a coach and you're not already listed on Hey Guru, what the hell are you doing? Go over to heyguru.io. You can sign up for free and get your profile listed on our platform, okay? So that whenever people are searching for coaches just like you, on heyguru.io, your profile will show up and you'll be able to attract clients who are ready to buy your coaching services, who are already interested in what you have to offer. Okay, so go over to heyguru.io, sign up completely free, and you can get listed in the next 30 minutes. So you can get listed on our platform and begin attracting new clients like that through Hey Guru completely for free. There's no hidden subscription fees or anything like that. Okay, I don't charge a monthly fee for you to be on there. Okay, it costs nothing to be on there. So go ahead and do that right now. The other thing is, if you want to join, we have a official Facebook group for coaches just like yourself. Okay, it's called the official Hey Guru Coaches Facebook group. There should be a link in the description below. Click that link and you can join the Facebook group. And the real amazing thing about the Facebook group is that you can find accountability buddies, okay, on there who are on a similar boat to you, that you can keep each other accountable to building your coaching businesses with, and have someone to support you through this process. Because I know doing things like cold outreach is not necessarily, sometimes it can be emotionally painful, Obviously, I told you in this video how to rewire that, but sometimes it can be difficult, and so it's nice to have someone who can support you through the process. And so you can go to our Facebook group and try to find an accountability buddy on there. And also, you can just network with the other members, get tips and tricks and share strategies and things like that to keep you motivated to help you with building your coaching business. And yeah, like I said, it's completely free to join. Click the link in the description below. And that's basically about it. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.